Hey there, welcome back to the channel. If you've ever wondered what makes some men stand out in the eyes of women, you're in for a treat. Today we're diving deep into the qualities that make a man truly irresistible to women. Trust me, you won't want to miss this. We'll be hearing directly from women themselves as they share their thoughts on what makes a man irresistible. Get ready to take notes, because these insights might just change the way you approach dating forever. So grab your notepads and get ready to unlock the secrets of irresistible charm. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and join us on this exciting journey into the heart of attraction. Let's dive in. Have you ever thought about why some guys are so good at getting women to like them? And you know those guys who always have hot women around them? They seem to know what women want in some way. I bet it drives you crazy that these normal guys always have hot women after them. Friends, I have some bad news for you. They are not normal, even though they may look like it. Women are drawn to them like bees to a honeycomb for a reason. People often ask what women want in a guy. Sometimes we think of women as very complicated people, but what women want in a man isn't some kind of complicated secret. While every woman has different views and interests when it comes to men, there are some traits, personalities, and behaviors that 99% of women around the world find attractive. There is nothing a woman will say to you that will make her like you. I'm sorry, but that doesn't work. You have to find this out on your own. What's so great about these guys? Stop being dull. If you want women to love and admire you, get out of your comfort zone. It would help if you were fun to hang out with and talk to. You need to understand that the brain wants things and people that are interesting and fun. The good news is that you can choose how interesting you are. What does it mean to be interesting? It means having interesting thoughts and ideas that make for interesting discussions. Don't be afraid to be weird and share your unique thoughts on different subjects. You need to have interesting hobbies, and I don't mean binge watching Netflix with your friends all weekend. Do a lot of interesting things if you want to be interesting. No questions asked. Here are some ways to make yourself more interesting. In your free time, do fun and interesting things. Visit more places to learn about other countries and ways of life. Read books about things you've always wanted to know more about. You can listen to podcasts about strange and weird things if you don't like to read. Get good at telling stories. It takes a lot of work. Power of not knowing what will happen. Women like guys who aren't always what they say they are going to do. Why? Because it makes them think. It feels good. It makes you curious. It makes things unsure. A chemical in the blood called dopamine rises when things are uncertain, because its release is based on a reward feedback loop. Like what bettors go through, dopamine is a key part of attractiveness. To talk to women, you need to do things that interest them. This means not having normal talks and asking her the same things that all the other guys do. There's a lot of science behind why people behave in strange ways, and how that affects the brain. There needs to be just the right amount of uncertainty for people not to think you have a major personality problem. Do you get it? It's a fine line between being unpredictable enough to make her crazy with excitement, and not so unpredictable that you turn her off totally. How can you give off this air of uncertainty that most women like? It's really easy. You can use these tips with a girl you just met, or with whom you've been on a few dates. Push and pull. Act happy to see her sometimes, and not so happy about it other times. She'll be interested in you and want to follow you to find out why you're acting different. Non-committal. Do things that show you like her, but act like you don't feel the same way about her for a while. She might ask, "Where is this going?" Or, "Do you like me?" You could joke and say, "We'll see how it goes. I'm not sure yet," or maybe. Change how quickly you answer her texts if you text her too often or too little. Sometimes I answer right away, sometimes after a few hours, and sometimes the next day. Being purposely absent means that you don't want to make plans to see her until you look at your calendar and find time for her. Act like you have something to do even if you don't. Being at her beck and call all the time turns me off. Be the first to end the conversation. Start a really interesting conversation that makes her laugh. And then, just as the conversation is about to end, say you have to go. She will want more after that powerful move, because she finds you interesting in the first place. The above methods will only work if she already likes you. Don't forget this. The less of a task you are, the less she likes you because you become predictable. Charm and self-assurance. Good looks are important if you want to stand out among other guys. Being charismatic means being able to persuade and charm other people. Some people are born with it, but most people learn it over time. When charismatic guys spend time with women they've just met, they feel good and are happy about it. Negative guys drain women's energy so they don't want to be around them. If you want to talk to a woman, you should pay attention to what she has to say instead of planning what you're going to say next. Charismatic people usually feel, or at least look sure of themselves. Being sure of yourself gives off an air that attracts women like a charm. Women find it very beautiful and sexy when men are sure of what they want and aren't afraid to go after it. Women are interested in what makes guys so sure of themselves. If you want to look sure of yourself when you're not, fake it until you make it. What you do shapes who you are. Learn how to use your body to show that you are sure of yourself. To build your courage, you can also do one scary thing every day. The funny guy wins the girl. It's true what Marilyn Monroe said. If you can make a woman laugh, you can make her do anything. Many women say that a good sense of humor is one of the most important qualities in a man. In fact, for many women, being funny makes up for not being pretty. Women also think that smart people with a good sense of humor are hot. An important skill for men who want to get a woman to like them is the ability to make her laugh. So practice those one-liners. Desire and drive. Do you have plans for your job or your money? You won't be able to get hot women to like you if you don't. A lot of women want a guy who has a plan. They want a guy who is responsible with money and has his life together. Women need to see that they want to do better in life and are driven to do so. I've never met a woman who doesn't think it's important to be financially stable. Her money is safe, but she wants to find a partner with whom she can make even more. Emotional safety. Women aren't interested in guys who let their feelings run their lives all the time. Women can take advantage of your weak feelings and control you if you're prone to them. If a woman has a lot of emotional power over you, she doesn't like you as much. Keeping your feelings in check takes work and practice. Controlling your feelings is good for your personal, work, and sexual relationships. Plus, it's good for your mind in general. Last thoughts. Different men will have different qualities and traits. Some men will have all of them, while most will have some but not all of them. To grow as a person, you can work on one trait at a time until you master it. Even though Rome wasn't built in a day, you'll grow and get better with women faster if you start working on yourself right away.